Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's last Venusaur stream. Because after this, I'm going to just publish the time lapse. I'll finish this on my own because it's gonna take too long. Chase is with us today. Hello, Chase. Hello, Chase.
Yes.
Hello, Chase.
Yeah, Cheese was not with us yesterday.
Cheese was not with us. Yes, that is correct. And we all wonder where he is. So. But anyway, how are you doing, sir? How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
A little better than yesterday. My back is slowly going back to normal, so thankfully I guess I do not have a herniated disc, which is good. So yeah, nothing special really. I was setting up my new phone, trying to continue setting it up. It's pretty nice. The only downside of this model
What phone did you get?
Galaxy S22.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah, I got it used. It was like 2 months old. I can tell it's pretty much new. It's got a couple scratches on the top and bottom, probably for keys. I would assume you put it in the pocket with keys.
Put a case over it. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't really care. It was like much less than the full price. So I spent $370 including shipping. So it's not too bad. And the only downside is that the vibration, because the vibration axis is different from that model onwards, or this model onwards, it vibrates on the x-axis, so along the surface instead of perpendicular to the surface. So if it's on a table, you cannot really, it doesn't vibrate that much. It's standard nowadays for some reason. I don't know, I prefer the previous one, so it's kind of annoying because you cannot really hear it that much. But everything else is pretty good. Can't complain. So that is what is up for me today. Not much else. Or nothing else.
Ugh.
You're well rested, Welly, today.
Yeah. I went ahead and took a sleeping pills last night. I hate taking sleeping pills because the next day, even after you wake up, you're still pretty lethargic. Yeah. But I don't know. I needed to do it because yesterday, I'm going to get back onto a normal sleep schedule. So sleeping pills are a way to just force yourself when you realize that doing it naturally it doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, I never took sleeping pills because if I take them once, I would probably not be able to get off of them. Like next, I know that the next time I'm going to have trouble sleeping, I will be like, you know what, it worked last time, maybe I can use it again. And I don't want to do that because it's I'm already addicted to ear plugs, so it's not very good. I hate having to use earplugs every single night because otherwise I could probably get off of earplugs if I put some effort and not sleep for 3 days or so, but I don't want to not sleep for 3 days. So whatever. Hello, Samuel. How are you doing?
Well, Nemo, it's time.
It's time? What?
Let's talk about FF13.
Oh. Yes. Thank you for that.
I got Odin last night. And I unlocked item upgrade.
Wait a second, you went robotic. Hold on. Can you please repeat? Rinse and repeat.
What's that?
Yeah, you went robotic, so can you repeat?
Okay, I unlocked Odin and item upgrading last night. I actually went online after unlocking upgrading because I started doing it and I was heavily confused. And it kind of doesn't tell you certain things. So when you're upgrading items, you have like organic components and synthetic components, which I get when you read the names of stuff you get. It's like, okay, this is clearly like an electronic or synthetic thing, and this is organic. But I didn't realize that like when you upgrade items, like organic components have the chance to give you an experience multiplier, because when you upgrade, it adds points to the item, and so you have to reach a certain number of points to level up. So like that's why when you get weapons and like armor, it'll say like, you know, the sword level 1, so that way you upgrade it to make it level 2, right?
Yeah.
But there's like all kinds of hidden stuff as far as I can tell, where it's like, yeah, you want to use organic components to give yourself a multiplier, and then you use the organic multipliers to build up to the synthetic component, which will, if you use the multiplier, it'll give you more experience out of the synthetics.
Mm-hmm.
It's really strange. I'm not like a big fan of it, because I can tell you, like, in my game, it's not like your weapons or armors have like experience and you have to like devote things into them in order to build up the experience. It's more like you can take items, and then like an item might have a maximum of 3 upgrades, and so you just give them passive effects. Like if you take an iron ore and upgrade your iron sword with it, it'll like give it a +5 defense bonus or something. So that way you know that you just got a flat bonus, and you don't have to worry about like, you know, just throwing in things hoping that you'll get some experience out of it. You always get something when you upgrade. And unfortunately with this one, there's like, you have to like do combos with the components you do in order to get like the maximum effect out of upgrading things. It's very odd. But I read that you're not supposed to really do this until chapter 9 anyway, so I don't know why I bothered.
At least it's something different to do. Although everything is just menus. So I'm not hello Saman, by the way.
Yeah.
Samuel is playing with GBA, I guess the Pokemon Ruby or Sapphire. My problem with the game is strictly that there is nowhere to go. Literally, like, I've never been let down by a game so quickly. Honestly, like even with FF2, it took me several days to get tired of the monotony of dungeons and stuff. But this one is like it's the same. Exactly, you can do exactly the same since the very beginning. The Crystarium, again, it's just the menu things do not count for me. I want to be able to do different things and go to different places, but I'm still basically going through the crash landing part. And it's been a while, it's been over an hour. So it's quite annoying.
Yeah, the Vile Lands, or whatever they're called, where you end up, you're in there for a little bit longer than I would rather like to be, because if you haven't even gotten Odin yet, it still goes on a little bit after that.
Jesus.
And
yeah, I don't know if I'll play tomorrow.
it's so weird. Like, the gameplay is so automated, and you know, I get that they're going for something a little more narrative based, but even still, you need some sort of like overworld that you can travel across, and the gameplay itself is really easy. Some of the bosses are, I don't think that they're difficult, but they're kind of grindy, which I don't like.
They're not difficult. It just takes a long. Even some monsters like the factory workers, the robots. They're not difficult, but it takes a long time. They take a long time.
They got a lot of HP,
right? And
yeah,
what sucks? Yeah,
the stupid pulse work robot things that are like, you have to like stagger them before you start doing
the point is, if you do
them.
not stagger a monster, it takes forever to beat, even the most basic one, which is frankly kind of annoying. I also am not a fan of the fact that you have to keep changing paradigms to even be able to use a move. So I don't know. I was excited when I started the game, and then it quickly subsided to annoyance, like very quickly.
Well,
never happened to me.
The paradigm thing is kind of interesting, but the problem is that the basic effect of the paradigms to change the strategy of your characters on the fly, but in a lot of ways that's just an automated version of what you normally do anyway. Like when you're playing a normal RPG, you can obviously do those things with your characters by, you know, if you have an offensive character and suddenly the enemy is becoming, you know, a little too much, you can change that offensive character using your own commands, like to start using items or guarding or that kind of thing. So it effectively does the same thing that you can do normally in an RPG, but it takes away the manual control that you have, because you don't have control over your other characters. So you're basically just, you know, hoping and praying that your characters are going to do the things. Your AI companions are going to do what you want. And it's like, well, I want to have full control, so that way I have actual control over the battles with all of my characters. And I just, the other thing is, like, the bosses, they can hit you pretty hard, and so you have to change up your strategy to like healing and whatnot. But the part is, like, when you're playing like FF1 and FF2, like you were, the actual enemies were sometimes more of a challenge than the bosses. Like the dungeons you're going through, it's like you actually you have to do things outside of battle to keep your health up, and you have to like deal with status
Right.
ailments and things like that. And there's nothing like that in this game. So like
Nope.
the random enemies you fight are just kind of trivial, and the whole point is just getting to the boss. And the random enemies are more like just a
Pretty much,
roadblock in the
yeah.
way.
They're
Getting there.
basically just there to make you waste time
They're not a threat.
until next cutscene. Yeah. Saman, what other games do I have that I did not play? Did not finish. Just Cause 2 because everything else I've played. I think I have Silence that I never played. It's a point-and-click adventure, which seems pretty good, but it's not in the mood for the channel, I guess. And the others are not on the computer, so. I don't know. I am very, very disappointed by this game. I was not expecting anything amazing, but I was expecting more or less the same linearity of Final Fantasy X, like people said. But it's absolutely not true. It's not even in the ballpark. Because Final Fantasy X gave you something to do. But this one doesn't. It literally doesn't. Like they don't even say what they have to do. Like where I am now, you don't really know what you have to do. You're just going forward. Like, you don't know what you have to, unless I didn't pay attention when they said so. But it's not really, they have to find something. What do they have to do? Nothing. Because Lightning just said, well, let's move. Oh, I'm not going to stay here. Okay, where are you going? I don't know. Literally don't know. I don't care, probably. So they're just moving forward, literally. And that's not nice.
If you keep playing, they do come up with a game plan, but yeah, it feels like they should have come up with a game plan before they started just wandering off.
Yeah, and there's no overarching thing. I mean, yeah, the lassie and the fallacy and the focus, but I don't know.
Hey, Daniel.
Oh,
yeah, Nemo and I are
yes.
both playing FF13.
So I guess you agree with our review. Saman, yeah, I'm probably gonna take a break, at least when I play by myself. Does this Pokemon have a nipple? Yes, too. It's got breasts. Actually. So yeah, we're not very happy about 13. I'm very disappointed so far.
I'm growing impatient with it already.
I stopped playing today. I want so I usually try to set aside about half an hour a day to play a game. I don't usually take it if I have to do other stuff, but with this one I was like, okay, well I'm probably gonna need it. I might even extend it for this game when I started it because it looks very good. Because it looks good, it doesn't play good though. And so I was saying I'm already considering giving it up because there's really nothing to do. Nothing to do.
I came in wanting to give it a fair chance. And listen, I've put in like 7 hours into it, and I feel like that's a pretty fair amount of time to put into something. Yeah. But at like 7 hours, you should really get the ball rolling, and you should feel like you're doing something.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a fair amount of time to form an opinion about anything. I don't know. It's too bad. It's too bad because the presentation is so good and some of the characters have potential. Saz has a lot of potential.
Yeah, Saz is the best character. Yeah. Presentation is great. The overall look is wonderful. I enjoy it a lot. I like the enemy designs too.
Oh yeah,
but everything else drags it down.
Yeah, the problem is that this is not a movie, so you gotta do something. But I want to do something. I don't want to play an interactive DVD, which is what this is, or Blu-ray. It's just an interactive disc.
Nemo is the kind of artist that plays games to look at the art. Well, he's saying the exact opposite here. He wants to play the game. It can't just be looking at things.
Yeah, I look at the art, and so what I said once was, I find it hard to play games that have pretty ugly art, that like some style that I do not like. But so that's kind of my threshold. So in order to be able to enjoy a game, I generally, unless the game has an awesome story, I generally need it to have a good presentation, or above average, say. And this is not the problem with this. The problem with this is that there's nothing else. So it hooked me. Like, okay, I'm in. I started playing the game. The first 2 hours were very exciting, but then it stayed the same. And I cannot keep playing the same game for 40 or 50 hours.
Nemo and I were talking about this off stream, but I was a little more forgiving of the opening stuff, like the stuff he covered in the stream, because that's the opening areas. Obviously, that's going to be more linear and tutorial because you're introducing the player to the game, easing them into the mechanics. The problem is that the opening tutorial area is like the rest of the game. It doesn't really change from
Right.
that
It's just
formula.
it's look, literally what I did today was loading the game, fighting because the enemies respawn exactly in front of me, even if it was a save point.
Yeah.
Save point. So I fought. I walked straight for like 30 seconds, and then there was a cutscene, and then rinse and repeat for 3 times, and then I got tired. I'm like, okay, enough. And there is nothing else to do because even the Crystarium, I fight all the enemies, and I maxed out pretty much everything. And there is no like decision. You just go forward. It's needless because you just need to. It would be the same if the system was automatic because you cannot really choose what you upgrade. Like to a degree, yeah, you can choose like one class or the other, but it doesn't make much sense because in the end you're gonna upgrade them all. So it would have been better like, okay, you're fighting, you upgrade the class that you currently have equipped, say, and that goes up in level and gains experience. This way, you're just basically doing what the computer could do on its own. You do not have any choice because there are, even if there is one or how do you call that? Not trivia. The way splits like in 2 or 3. In any case, you go and get one. It's not like you can continue that way. It's just one, so you still go back. So there's no point. It's a fictitious liberty because you really cannot do anything but what it wants.
That's what I thought. That's what I was talking about with the maps, right? Because sometimes when you're going down a map, it'll offer you like a split way to go down, but it always ends up the exact same way. It's like, in Dragon Quest when they give you like, you can choose yes or no, but the outcome is still the same regardless of which one you choose. So what's the point of even having the choice if it ends up the same way?
And that feels also
anyway?
like they're tricking me. Like, come on, I'm not that stupid. I see what you're doing. What you do with the Crystarium is completely irrelevant. Like, you don't need the Crystarium. You literally just automate that, and you just let it go on its own. And in your intervention it's not going to change how the game plays, really, because in any case you're going to upgrade everything at some point. Maybe it's going to change when you get more stuff. I don't know, but right now it doesn't look like. So what's the point, really? I don't know.
I warned you, it's like the most corridored game of all time. I understood those criticisms going in, but I didn't want that to. I wanted it to like experience it for myself. So I was trying to like not listen to that and be like, okay,
but also,
let me try to be objective.
It's not just the corridor thing. You could have other things to do. The point is that there is literally nothing else to do, and there is no choice with anything. There is no choice in battle. There is no choice in growing your characters. There is no choice of weapon. There is no choice whatsoever. What kind of RPG is that? It's not an RPG for me.
Even the Crystarium, like you can choose which classes you want to put points in, but ultimately you have to put it in all of them because you're going to be switching between them anyway.
Yeah.
So there's really no point in dividing it that way.
Yeah,
it's not like FF5 where there's a different class and you actually do want to focus on.
But even if you can get like in Final Fantasy X, say Final Fantasy X, you end up pretty much owning the whole sphere grid. But it's not like you can own the whole sphere grid at the beginning. So you still have to choose. Like, you can choose to go one way or another. And in the beginning, you cannot deviate too much. But you still have a choice. Like, well, do I want this to have more a physical attack, or do I want magic attack? So at least there is some sort of choice. But these Crystariums, they do not look like they interact with each other. And in any case, pretty much they unlock the same stuff. And sometimes not even stuff that you need. Like, what's the point of having monsters that are weak to lightning if none of the characters has any lightning attack? Like, you cannot even unlock the attack, and you cannot go back there because it's linear. So what's the point?
Well, I was complaining about this yesterday, but all of the characters eventually unlock all of the roles, I'm assuming. Yeah. And that's gated arbitrarily based off of how far you are into the game. Like, you defeat a boss and suddenly, like, that happens with the first time with the Garuda boss, and I'll spoil that it happens with the next boss too. It's just like, oh, you unlock these 2 new roles for the characters. And it's like, okay, but why? I know that's nitpicky, but I like it in games with class systems.
It's just like, what's the point, right?
Well, my point is, like, in FF5 and Bravely Default and other games with class systems like this, it's like when you unlock classes, there's usually like a story reason. Like if a character unlocks like a medic class, there usually is some sort of reason why they're unlocking it at that
Or
point.
Cecil unlocking new stuff when he becomes a
Right,
paladin.
yeah, Cecil becoming a paladin from being a Dark Knight, right? There's something there that is not just arbitrary to the gameplay. Like in Bravely Default, you have to actually fight the bosses that are based on the classes that you unlock, that kind of thing. And then it's like in this game, it's just, well, you beat this giant mech boss, so now Lightning is a medic. It's like, why? Why did she just unlock this now? I don't know. It feels like the gameplay and the story are a little disconnected from me, and I generally prefer it when they're a little more relevant to one.
Yeah, like say in the older, okay, I would say like Final Fantasy VII, say the summons and the story are pretty disconnected. But then you got other games like Final Fantasy X or even not. I mean even 9, or pretty much all of the others. I guess they are extremely connected. So that's like a good way to implement gameplay features into the story, like the Aeons or the Eidolons, or well, the Guardian Force is not that much, let's be honest. But in Final Fantasy VI, there are Espers, and there's the Esper world, and well, a specific character is an Esper. So this game feels completely like, well, there was no point in doing anything. We're just telling you a story, and in the meantime, while we think about what to do, you play something. Like you play a mini game. Basically, you're playing a mini game.
Once you get like, I don't know, maybe 70% of the way through, you have a bit more gameplay and the paradigm shifts. In the sense you have a full party and aren't as limited, but it's not much. Yeah, see, that's the problem. You have to play 70% of the game to have any sort of modicum of freedom.
No, that's too much. You can't ask anybody something like that, even if it's a short game.
As far as I can tell, this is not a short game.
Right. In any case, a game should be somewhat structured like a play. So this should be acts in the game. It's not exactly acts, but it's a technical thing. Like where, okay, well, there is a tutorial phase, then there is a learning phase, and then there is like when you actually get to enjoy all the features, and then there is post game. But this game seems to be wanting to take the tutorial very, very, very far, and I'm not a fan. Not a fan of that.
Xenoblade has that problem too, where it's like you've played like 60 hours of the game and you're still getting tutorials as you're playing for various mechanics.
Yeah, I remember.
It's like, please don't.
That's a little much. Like, I'm not against unlocking like specific stuff that might be, again, behind a specific revelation in the story or something, like Cecil becoming a paladin or something. That's fine. So you might unlock a specific gameplay feature because of that. That is fine, but not like this. Like this, it's basically like, okay, we're just running away. Like all the time, we're just running away. Please hang on while we run away and figure out what to do. I don't know. It's asking a lot. It's a big commitment. It's not a 10 hours game. It's like 50 or 60 or whatever. And that is a big commitment.
I know you like FF12. I have it and I haven't played it yet, but is the experience a little more open than FF13? Because I'm being choked by playing this game.
I know it is. And my problem with 12 was that it was too open. So it was unbalanced on the other side. And it was a little grindy. So I felt like nothing was happening. So it was unbalanced on the complete opposite. I don't know if they listened to this kind of criticism when they made 13 and they decided to go the other way and overshoot the mark, but it's a little too much. I don't know. I would like to get what's it called, the Zodiac Age, but I don't know if it's worth it.
That's the one I have.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I've heard the
waste
Zodiac Age is a huge improvement over the original.
Yeah, but I don't want to waste my money. So I already know the story. I basically watched the whole thing. So, but it looks fun, and I like the designs based on the Zodiac signs. I just wonder if it doesn't feel too much like an MMO, basically. Hearing you younglings talking about games brings back good memories. I see.
Oh, Saman had a criticism of you.
Criticism?
I said that because Nemo plays games that are basically point and click.
Point and click games are you have to think a lot in point and click games. Like they are.
They're not automated. Yeah.
No. Are you familiar with point and click games? Point and click games, you got to think a lot. They're basically puzzle games. Puzzles, not puzzle games. It's puzzles. Riddles. Oh, not puzzles. Riddles. Riddles is a good word. So you got to stretch your brain.
In a point and click game, if you just click around randomly, you can screw yourself pretty badly. You have to be a little more careful than that.
Yeah, in some of them you can even die. On average, I guess you shouldn't be able to die. You should not be able to soft lock the game or hard lock.
Dying, yeah, soft locking is a different matter than, you made a bad choice.
But if the game is well done, you shouldn't be able to do that. On average, you don't. You get stuck, but you never really lose. Like, you don't have to.
It's funny in some games, like in the police quest games, when you go to a river and you click on the river and walk over to it and you just walk in and drown. I mean, that's pretty funny. But yeah, when it's like you're playing King's Quest and you get to the cliff section, and it's like, well, you clicked on the wrong rock, so therefore you fall and die. It's like you don't know that until you do trial.
Those were older games, so I guess people learn from that. I would not play that kind of game. I like it less, but I would recommend this. Zodiac Age is essentially the same. I like it. Oh, you like it less? Why? For new players, because you can toggle fast forward. Yeah, like fast forward is a big thing for me, because I remember when I played 12 on the PS2 at launch, it was not really. It was really slow, and I hated. I stopped playing on the Leviathan. I think it was named Leviathan, the airship, because it was just too grindy, and the music was annoying me so badly. Honestly, it was so repetitive that I'm like, okay, enough. And I had a lot of time because it was summer. So back in my days, GTA San Andreas, I like that game. And all good stories, simple to follow, and play with some good challenges. That's a pretty funny game, especially when you play with cheats, especially the chaos cheat. When you see old ladies going and
that was always the fun in GTA, using the cheats.
Oh yeah, you see this old lady small, punching over with the TV, running away, like she just stole the TV and police shooting her. That's awesome.
Just giving all the random civilians weapons and they start shooting each other.
Yeah. I like it less because it's more restrictive and traditional with its classes. The original has no class restrictions. Okay, well that might not be a bad idea. I know you can choose 2, right? Zodiac job system.
I kind of get that. That's one reason why I'm not a big fan of class systems, is I think that you can kind of create a game where the player decides the classes for the characters themselves by giving them the options to, build them how they want. Whereas when you have a game with class systems, you're very much chicken-holed into doing certain things with that character. And I'm saying that because, in my game, that's kind of how it is. There isn't a class system in the game, but rather you can kind of build the characters by getting certain skills. And if you want to make a character a mage, they're not shoehorned into the mage class. You can give them mage skills by just equipping them to that character. But there isn't a mage class where they can only use mage skills. So you have a little more freedom and independence on how you create them.
Yeah, I see. I'm not a huge fan of classes either, or jobs, but I can take a system like Final Fantasy IX where the characters are already preset. Because it's different. That's not really a class system, right?
It's more like the characters have a class, but they don't change from that class. It's not like you can make.
But you can change the characters and basically choose whatever approach you like, right? That's why I like that.
Or Zidane, however you call him.
Yeah.
I say Zidane still.
I know. Well, yeah, it's Zidane technically, but it sounds very strange, so Zidane is fine. In English, it sounds like it's French, so it sounds weird. Je ne sais quoi.
Sorry, it's the same thing for me with Titus and Titus.
Titus. Oh, Titus is the name. 2 classes. Well, they say without restrictions, every character becomes the same, but no, you can't. You can't imitate 3 white mages and expect to beat anything. Who knows? But it's funny though to try to challenge. Everyone's a white mage. I mean, at some point you will unlock, I guess, Holy or Sancta or something. So didn't play with cheats. I know where all cool weapons are in GTA. Yeah, but if you don't play with cheats, you cannot get old ladies to steal stuff, and angry pedestrians that cause mayhem. That's why I enjoyed that game so much, because you could literally.
That was the fun. Yeah,
set
it's
the
like
city
putting on
fire.
chaos theory mode,
Yeah.
and just people start crashing their cars into each other and start getting into fist
That was
fights.
awesome. That's when GTA was still inspired. It's still very like weird. Like GTA 5, one of the things that impressed me negatively when I played GTA 5 is that it felt so serious. Like it really felt like you were robbing someone, or you were killing people.
Oh lord, GTA 4 was worse when it came to that.
Oh, yeah?
GTA 4 was like straight laced.
Jeez.
GTA 5 was actually a lot more goofy compared to 4.
Okay. I don't know. I still like the old ones because they feel like very arcadey, and I cannot take them seriously, especially Vice City. Especially
Have they said
one.
anything about GTA 6? I remember they announced it.
Yeah, they said it's gonna have two characters. Like one is gonna be a fat lady and sorry, a lady with a big bum, and the other is gonna be a like a Hispanic guy or something.
What? Did they really say that?
No, they showed it.
Oh,
They showed
okay.
two characters.
I thought that was like what they marketed. Like,
Oh,
you
no,
get to
no,
play
I
as a
did.
woman with a
I
big
did that.
ass. Okay.
No, it's got a big butt. She's got a big butt. That's all. she's not nicely shaped. Not using cheats make you memories of the place, weapons, and armors. Oh, I did play without cheats when I played the first time, but then just to have fun over with my friends, it's just more fun to enable stuff like
Yeah.
people go around stealing. Like I was like on a tank at some point, and they stole my tank. So you cannot have that normally. Nobody's gonna
It's
steal,
meant to
steal
be-
your tank.
It's meant to be like a mindless sandbox game anyway. That's kind of the point.
So be back later, okay? See you later. See you later.
No, I think he said BBL, like Brazilian butt lift.
Oh, okay.
I don't think
These
this be back
acronyms.
later.
Well, it also means be back later. So. Well, anyways. So I don't know. At some point I am going to try FF12. Ideally, if it's free, but almost free, because I'm not dropping 50. How much is that now? Bucks.
I paid like $20 for it.
I think it's more than that now. I saw it was like 50.
Well, wait for it to go on sale. Square Enix always.
Yeah, but even
has
20.
these
No,
deals.
it's an old game that I already partially played. No, $49.99 right now. The Zodiac Cage, and the 13 full price is $13. Ha!
That's funny.
Ah, it's funny. Yeah, GTA 6 is coming. Of 12, in any case, of 12, I still like the design. It's pretty nice. I do not like very much the design of the overworld, though. That was a little stiff for me. But again, if I have to choose between the two, I'd probably choose 12, because like 12 or 13, because at least I can go somewhere. At least with the Zodiac Cage, I've got the fast forward, so if I don't like it, just zoom.
If I play 12 and the only as long as I don't have to just move forward to go into the game, it'll be great.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
prefer it.
actually you can one thing I did not like as a kind of kid, I guess I was how old was I? 17. One thing I did not like was that I ran into a like super strong monster in the beginning area, and I'm like, what the hell? And so it's very free. For me, it was too free, because I still wanted, back then at least, that balance between gameplay and storytelling, and it was a lot to read in that game, at least as far as I remember. So I don't know. I will try it for sure.
I don't mind if they do that. Like, just don't be a noob. Those are noob traps. Games usually do that. It's like, hey, you think that you're such a badass, but you think you can fight every monster in the area, and then this monster kills you.
Oh yeah, it was like
So
a
that means you
dinosaur
gotta-
T-Rex or something. Like, oh hey, this
Yeah,
monster
yeah.
looks cool. It's also
That's
pretty
common.
strong.
Like in Xenoblade, when you first get to the fields, the first Xenoblade, there's the big monster that's like a
Yeah.
level 93 monster when
Mhm.
you're level 5, and you're like, okay, I probably shouldn't fight that guy. I'll get stomped. And then later on the game, you come back and you fight him, and it feels good that that's a creature that you couldn't be at the beginning of the game. You can come back and fight him and beat him.
Yeah, right. So yeah, 12 definitely has some more freedom to do things, or way more freedom to do things. What I'm concerned about is just that it might feel too much like an MMO, and I don't like MMOs. So Daniel, does it feel like an MMO at all? It didn't seem too much when I watched it, but the Gambit system is also very automated at some point. Like very much, even more automated than the one in 13, as far as I could see from the gameplay. Yeah, Saman, I heard Bully was a good game. I never played it. Wanted to.
I think that's one of those games that when it first came out, nobody paid much attention to it, and then later on, people started playing it and like, oh, this is pretty.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, it was actually a very, very, very underrated game.
I think people probably overlooked it when it first came out because it wasn't like GTA. They were trying to do something different with it. So, but I appreciate it when studios do different things and don't always use the same formula.
Oh yeah.
Hint, hint. Game Freak.
Hint, hint, you freaks. So, yeah. Oh well. I'll do my best to try to finish 13. I honestly don't know if I will be able to, if it doesn't change at all.
I'm gonna try, but it's a struggle.
It is a big struggle. Maybe I will cheat. I don't know, but the point is, even if I cheat, what am I going to do? It's not like it's difficult. I'm not having trouble beating anything. It's just so boring.
So yeah, I don't know what cheating would do for you other than like getting stuff to upgrade weapons, but if there was like a toggle to make the battles faster, that would be nice.
Yeah, that would be useful, I guess. But even there, I could use, yeah, I could immediately upgrade all my characters and use the Deceptisol and never fight anything except from bosses. But I mean, if I take away that very little amount of gameplay that there is,
There's nothing there.
So I don't know if I want to do that. This is a game that does not get better with cheat. Like it's not a difficulty problem. It's not a grinding issue. 12 might be one of those games because it felt like very grindy when I played it. So maybe if I play 12, I will cheat. Who knows? Because I don't want to spend 100 hours on it. But 13, you cannot really improve. Like what do? You can't. Like even if you tell the game teleport me to the next boss, that feels strange. It's just a boss simulator then. At that point.
That's kind of what the game feels like to me right now.
Yeah, right. It was GTA for kids. Yeah, I figured it was a little more soft than GTA. I love the world. You believe so. Is the best world building in Final Fantasy, vagrant story tactics, FF12, how all the relationships and stuff work. Writing is very adult. The Mediterranean theme is so refreshing. That's another thing that I did not like back then. I was not a fan of the setting Mediterranean, because I was very against my country. I was born here, and so for me it's like this feels too normal. Now it's a little different because I'm older. But back then it was like, this feels, kind of like the other side of the Mediterranean Sea. Or Sicily. Or places I know. So, I don't know, not that exciting. I love the fact in Bully, if you pass the classes, you get a better negotiation ability. And you can make your own weapons. I guess you cannot make guns, though. Or can you?
Well, yeah, then that would just be School Shooter Simulator.
That would have been criticized a little more. Yeah, I am curious about. So one thing that I noticed about 12 when I was watching the gameplay was that they put real good care in side quests. But I did wish more interactivity. They still feel very not like they don't do much, right? That's true for most side quests in most games, I guess. But in 12 they felt really like very complicated, but for very little reward sometimes. Although they were fun, like there is one that's extremely long and also difficult, like with riddles and whatnot, and it gives you one of the final weapons. But I don't know if I would have the patience to do it.
I don't like side quests that feel like busy work, like a teacher handing you a sheet of paper during class and being like, fill this out. That's how a lot of side quests feel to me. It's like, go and kill these 3 monsters, come back, get a very minuscule reward. That doesn't really do anything to flesh out the world per se. It's more like, I don't know, Chrono Trigger has like a very good standard when it comes to side quests, because a lot of its side quests kind of develop the world and you give you really good rewards by doing them. So I would rather have a game that has kind of fewer side quests that are more quality. Blade is with a lot of it.
My internet went down. Hold on. No, my stream went down. Yeah. Okay. It's okay. We're back. I was just a second. I don't know if it was my stream or the internet. Back up. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Continue, please.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of games treat side quests very trivially. It's like, go kill this and we'll give you like 50 gil or something. It's like, I don't really care about that. That's just filling out the gameplay time. I don't know. It doesn't give me like a big incentive to actually do it. If you integrate the story and the world into the side quests, and actually if you get to learn about some of the characters, like the NPCs that are giving you side quests, that's pretty fulfilling. It makes the world feel a little bit more alive. But don't give me go out and kill 3 hornets and I'll give you a potion or something. That's just it's just artificially extending the gameplay.
If they are meant to do something, like even super bosses, you can argue that some of the bosses in Final Fantasy X don't do anything, but they are, I don't know, they feel a little more interesting at least. Like Penance feels a little more something than just the boss, to me at least. That whole building towards it, and the Dark Aeons and whatnot, they did not make much sense probably, but it's pretty cool. At least in my version. I don't think they were in the original American version. But it's, it's a nice thing to have. I don't think it feels like an MMO. I like the gambits. You don't have to use many gambits. Yeah, I guess it depends. Like I've seen Jake play against Yasmat, pretty much not doing anything. Like he was literally not touching the controller until the very end when I changed mode. But then it was again the same thing. But they also give you the option to mess with it. Yeah, it's the super boss. 12 million HPs. It took like 2 hours or something. I don't know. But he didn't have to do anything. Pretty much. Apart from changing the gambit at some point.
Well, was he doing like a super min-max thing? I mean, like if you're doing optimized gameplay, that kind of play style, then I can see that. But I think Daniel's saying that that's not normally what you have to do.
They give you the option to master the gambits, turn a bunch on, and just brain dead the game and fast forward when you don't feel like grinding. Right. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like when I saw it. At least for those super bosses. Like, you really didn't have to do any fighting or any thinking because the gambits were already set up. It's like programming. You tell them what to do, and once you find a good combo, you just win. Pretty much. Which is good for grinding. It's good if you have to level up. You just let them do it and come back later. For actually playing, I don't know. I'm gonna have to play it to know that. I won't know until I play it myself. Like for 13, except I don't want to spend so much money to try it out because I'm already burnt by this. Burnt by this and not by sleep. It's burnt by sleep instead of burnt by sleep.
Burnt by 13.
Yeah, well, Organization 13. Organization 13, 360 days over 2, 12, 2.8. versus.
I kind of want to. I want to finish 13 since I've already put so much time. I know that's kind of like a sunk cost fallacy kind of thing, where it's like you don't have to keep playing even. But still, I feel like if I paid for it and I invested this much into it, I want to see it to the end because maybe there's some glimmer of hope that it'll get a little bit better near the halfway point or whatever. But right now, it's a struggle. It is a struggle to get through it.
It's very, very, very repetitive. I'm not a fan. Oh, hey Matthews, how you doing? How is you doing? I'm not a fan of games with character alignment. But these games, they put more effort in side quests since those quests are the ones supposed to shift your character alignment, like Knights of the Old Republic or Fable, I guess.
Or Fallout, yeah, where it's like you have moral choices and those do affect and shape your character.
Oh, I think he was updating Windows. That's why I was doing that goddamn thing. I'm not supposed to do it while I was streaming. Sorry about that.
I think I got one yesterday.
Big one? 22H2?
Yeah.
Something? Or was it that? This one says 22H2. Yeah, this month. Is it 23H2? Whatever. I usually play with maybe 3 gambits on each character. Simple stuff like the healer casts Kura on any ally under 50 HP. Right, makes sense, yeah. It makes sense. We'll see. I will gladly play it if it's free. Or if it's very cheap. I'm not gonna spend more than $10 for it. Because I'm really too sad about this one. I'm too sad.
It's disappointing.
It is very disappointing. Because so there are games that look good on paper, and then as soon as you start, you're like, or when they come out, it's like, This one was actually, again, the first 2 hours, like, hey, this looks like a very nice game. Like, it's like an old style Final Fantasy. It's very well balanced, not too much grinding so far. Nice. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
you know,
I
I tried to dismiss the criticisms because I want to go in as objective as possible when I'm playing it and not consider what everyone else is saying.
Yeah.
And so when I first started playing, I was like, man, there's some hope for this, no pun intended. And then the more I keep playing, I'm like, God damn, this is all the game is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hang on. Here's an official review of FF13.
So.
And here's for my hope joke.
That was a good joke. Unintended. Hey, Nix. How are you doing? So this is Nix. Nix on YouTube is not Nix on Twitch, because Nix on Twitch is Loon. Oh. Although to be more consistent, her nickname should be Celine on Twitch, because it means moon. Instead, you said Nix is also a goddess name, right?
Nyx is the goddess of night.
Right.
Angry.
I mean, the moon, I guess it's something similar, but. Shimilar. 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 So yeah, I will see if I will ever play 12. Not ever. I will play it again. It just has to be extremely cheap. I was much more how to say. I was much more positive about trying the new Final Fantasies before this one. But this one confirmed all the criticism that I had last time, and that's the reason why I did not play it. So I'm like, now I don't know if I want to try 15. Because I think all the criticism and prejudice I have against it is probably good. So, I don't know, I guess the first impression was the good one.
People keep telling me that it's great, and I'm like, I just can't get past the setting and the characters.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta trust your gut feeling. Whatever. My gut feeling about 13 was that, yeah, there wasn't much to do. Like, just looking at the maps, it was very linear, but okay, I know. Let me try. Yeah, let me try. I'm older, I'm wiser, I have more patience. Except it's not enough. It's not enough. So, whatever. Or maybe we'll play GTA at some point. We should. Oh, you know what? Maybe we could play 14. It's free in any case. Maybe just playing Among Us. Sometimes it could be fun instead of, because I would not play an MMO with random people.
No, I don't want to play 14.
I don't know. I might try it. I did try it already once and it was not super fun. Maybe I played it the wrong way.
I can't play 14. I can't play any MMO at this point in my life. I'm sorry.
Oh, you mean for the time commitment?
Yeah. Because it's like, okay, either I'll dislike it and stop playing it, or I'll like it and then devote too much time to it. As the case with any MMO.
Yeah, alright. That is right. Let's not play Among Us. No. FF15, so much wasted potential. I like the fishing. Wow. I heard it's a good mini game. A lot of people say that, but it's not enough. Not enough. Did you also, Daniel, did you play the DLCs? Someone told me, oh, the Prompto episode Prompto is great, although I don't really like Prompto as a character, just the looks. He looks lame. He looks like a loser. I don't know, maybe he's got a very good story or something, but just judging by how it looks, he looks, I don't know.
I don't want to play Stranger of Paradise just because it looks hilarious.
Oh yeah, that looks trolly.
All of the characters and cutscenes look awesome, like schlocky.
It's on PS5.
Like the
also,
main
right?
character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Like the main character is talking to the girl and she's telling him about chaos, and his response is just bullshit. And he puts on music and walks away. It's so funny.
Okay.
It's like B-movie level bad.
Not bad. It sounds like fun.
Listen, there's nothing funnier when someone puts effort into something and completely fails. That's always the funniest thing.
Indeed. But this was intentional, right?
I think so. I think they're just bad storytellers.
Oh,
that's what
so
makes it funny.
Oh, so it's not intentionally trolly, like they did not make a funny game intentionally. It's supposed to be serious.
I think it's supposed to be serious.
Oh god. I thought it wasn't. Damn.
I'm sure it's supposed to be serious.
Oh god. Okay.
That's what makes it great, though. I don't want something that's intentionally trolling. I want something that's supposed to be serious and fails.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the games like Banjo-Kazooie, they're pretty fun. Because they're trolling other games. So I enjoyed that one. Nuts and Bolts. It's like, well, we're just kidding, 100%, and we're trolling other games. So.
Well, for me, it's like the difference in movies between Samurai Cop and Samurai Cop 2. The original Samurai Cop was meant to be a serious action movie, and it fails in every aspect, and that's why it's hilarious. The sequel is meant to be a joke, and that's why it's not funny. Like, it's funny watching people make something serious and be utterly oblivious and fail at it.
Okay.
That's the difference between schlock and just a bad movie.
I guess, yeah. No, I didn't play the DLCs. The main story in the first week of release, and was just disappointed. Never cared to go back. Yeah, they said it's much better with the. They say it's much better with the DLCs, but it's kind of ludicrous. Like, you cannot release a game that's not finished and then finish it with the DLCs. Played the multiplayer of FF15 Comrades with a buddy a few years later, but still, just as disappointing. I don't know. For me, the problem is the looks in that game. Quite the opposite of 13. The looks of 15, that it looks anything but a Final Fantasy. It looks GTA. It looks Metal Gear. It does not look like Final Fantasy. It looks Assassin's Creed as well. So, the B movie was good. Why do people think it's bad? A B movie? The B with 2E?
I get the joke he's saying.
Yes, but it's not a funny joke.
Ouch.
Sorry.
We need to add a sound effect that's just like, oh, like people saying that.
I have the boo. I can upload the boo, but we have the one which is better than the boo.
Where's Emperor Cheese? When he steps in, I'm gonna use the air horn.
Right, he should be on at this point. I think he got upset.
He's in the chat. I can see him in the user list. He's just
chat.
not saying anything.
Hello, Emperor Cheese. Maybe he's eating. He's got to be eating, or cooking something, or breaking something, or making something explode while he tries to cook.
That'd be funny. He's cooking his quesadillas, and they explode in his face.
No, he's cooking cereal, and it catches fire.
Does he do that? Does he cook cereal in the microwave?
No. No, I was referring to the...
I'm gonna put my Captain Crunch in the microwave.
Jesus. But, well, I guess you get some sort of oatmeal, if you do that. Yuck.
I like my Captain Crunch melty.
No, I like them crunchy. Although I do blend them in the shake, but they stay kind of crunchy. What was I saying? No, I was referring to the Simpsons episode where Homer, where the Simpsons are managing the, I think it's like a vacation house or something of Mr. Burns, and Homer's cooking, and he sets fire first. The thing he's cooking on the stove catches fire, but he tries microwaves, and that catches fire, and so he pours milk on cereals, and that catches fire. So that was pretty funny.
I'm so sick of Ubisoft / Far Cry elements in my open world games. I really liked Horizon Zero Dawn, but so many Ubisoft elements. Yeah, I kind of feel. Yeah. I kind of feel like most open world games are pretty much the same to me.
Yeah, I tried to like.
You pretty much played them the same.
I liked Horizon at the beginning. I liked it for like 15 hours, maybe less than that, maybe 10 hours. And then I just got fed up with Aloy. Like any interaction with any character felt completely irrelevant. For some reason, I liked it more basically in the first part of the game where you are training for the event. Up to that point, when then the strange tribe attacks, but then it becomes completely low-key, like when you discover the truth about Zero Dawn, there's not even a video, nothing. She's like, okay, so that's what it is. Gotcha.
What do you mean?
Well, she does nothing. Like, she's not surprised or nothing happens. She's like acknowledging that. Okay, let's move forward. That's it.
What? That's like the big reveal of the game.
Yes,
what it's actually.
It is. Yeah.
That's a bit deflating if the character
it's telling
doesn't react
you
to that.
what happened, like why the game world is like that. And I'm like, so you actually, there is no video, there is no cutscene, there is just her playing, sitting, no, probably standing. She's standing like on the top of this building that took a while to climb. And there is a tape, possibly from someone related to her, that's playing, and that's it. That's the big reveal. Like, there is no video, there is no expression on her face. She's like, oh, so this is what happened. I must inform person. Like, that's all? That's all?
Climb the generic tower to reveal the map area. Probably what I hate most about Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, that's always the first thing I do when I play those games, is just go around the map and get all the towers so I actually have the map. Which really feels like I just want to explore, and I can find these things on my own, but you don't give me the map, so I have to do that.
Yeah, it would have been better to just unlock the map by exploring. So you just go around and unlock the map, because you're learning the map as you travel. That would make sense, like the Fog of War in the old RTS games. Do something like that, but hey, whatever. They chose differently. I want to commit to a different lighting here. No. Maybe a little more.
This is her reaction. So this is the secret of this world. Anyway, I have tuba classes in 5 minutes. Really? Is that nonchalant, huh?
Yeah, Aloy went from being adventurous and curious to just obnoxious really fast. She's a lot more obnoxious in Forbidden West. And her looks gives it away. The way she looks kind of gives it away. So I don't know. She was an interesting character. The very beginning of the game with Aloy falling in the pit. That's very interesting. It's like, oh, so there's this whole thing. Like, I wonder what this technology is. And then you find out, and she does nothing. She literally does nothing. She's like, okay, well, that's it. Okay, I see.
Oh, is she the redhead?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never played the games, but I do know the character. I've just seen it around, people posting images of her, making memes of her.
That's right, Daniel. That's pretty much what she is. Which is unfortunate, but whatever. It's unfortunate.
Being strong doesn't mean you're an asshole.
No, not at all.
A lot
of
people have a hard time writing this, though. AKA lightning.
Yeah. Yes. AKA miss. I'm leaving this kid here alone.
Well, here's the thing.
Wait. My internet.
Did it go out?
Yeah. No, it just dips. It dips and then it comes back.
No, it's back on.
Yeah, but it dipped like pretty bad. I don't know what it is. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, lightning. In the span of like 20 minutes is like, I'm leaving you behind. You're too weak. And she's like, I'm going to train you. And then she's like, maybe I should leave you behind. You might be a drag on me. And it's like, lady, please, just pick a lane.
Jeez.
He's a little kid who just watched his mom die, and you're giving him the harsh treat. Everyone does, actually. Even Vanilla slaps him right after she dies.
Yes, there is no understandment.
Could you please act like human beings and not like anime characters?
Whatever. Whatever game. Let's talk about Pokémon. This is not Pokemon, this is Pokémon. Which is different, it's a completely different game. Completely different set of characters.
I don't want to talk about Pokemon anymore, especially after yesterday.
Oh Welsh. Oh Welsh.
Let's talk about something more positive, like the Ecuadorian presidential candidate who got assassinated yesterday.
That's very positive. In the sense that you have to take a pause and reflect on that. You pause and reflect. Is this better now? Yeah. Yes, I heard that because you posted it. Or was it Cheese who posted it?
It was me. I'm the one who always is up to date on current events.
Oh yeah, I don't want to know at this point. I don't even want to know anymore. I'm tired. I got very tired after COVID. Nowadays it's like, so either there's a new pandemic, or someone gets assassinated, or there is a war, or there is a natural disaster. I don't care. Unless it affects me personally, I decided I'm not gonna care. It's too much stuff for me to impoverish my happy day with.
Things are always happening in this world.
Yeah, right. I can live well enough without knowing those things. Or the vast majority of them anyway. Oh. It's fine.
Where's
Emperor Cheese? Cheese cut out. Did it cut out? No. Yes, he did get assassinated. He did. Shinzo Abe.
Shinzo Abe.
Shinzo Abe Simpson.
Shinzo Abe Lincoln. He was the former PM, not the current one though.
Yeah, the current one is Kishida-san. I don't even know who he is or what he does. I don't. Japanese politics are a joke. Well, politics in general are a joke, but Japanese politics are even more so. Hannah Oakstra. Who's that? Oh, for Aloy? I think it's just once of those issues we're trying to put a real person into game. It looks really awkward. I can't think of a time where it looked great. It's also that in Western games, they intentionally make them worse. I remember they literally flattened, the what's her name? The girl from The Last of Us 2, they flattened her breasts. They made her completely flat-chested, but it's the complete opposite in real life. So...
Well, Hannah Hoekstra looks better in real life than she does in the game, which is odd.
Matt Mickelson looks great, and even Norman Reedus looks great.
I was getting ready to say that Mads Mikkelsen is probably like one of the more faithful ones.
Yeah. But he's also very good.
Oftentimes, though, that's very shoehorned in. Like, we put Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk. Okay.
Like, why? News: Russia joins Nintendo, and together they plan to launch an Attack on Nemo, the sequel to Attack on Titan. Because he drew some Pokemon, probably. Why did he get assassinated? They said it was a crazy guy. It depends on who you listen to. You listen to tinfoil hatters, it's a conspiracy. You listen to, well, I don't know, media, they say it's because there was this crazy guy. I don't know.
Well, there's a lot of like cults in Japan that are heavily related to politics. That's true in a lot of places in Asia.
Anyway, yeah.
That's true in South Korea, where like a bunch of their prime ministers have been people related to cults.
Yeah, like the previous, or the current. Is it a woman now, the prime minister? What was the previous one? Because I know one of them got involved in some kind of shooting or some kind of cult thing.
Well, I think the one now, his name is like Han Duck-soo, something like that.
What a nice
Is he the one that they, yeah, I think he was the one that they were talking about before, had some like the connections. Let me see. At this point, I assume anyone that takes an office in one of those countries probably has connections, though.
Likely. Very likely.
You mean the Cyberverse created a real-life living Johnny Silverhand and gave him the alias Keanu Reeves? I guess. I think it's more like, let's put in a celebrity in the game to generate traffic towards it.
And hopefully sales.
But I mean, if you're going to choose a celebrity, you might as well choose someone that is as least divisive as Keanu Reeves, because everyone seems to like him.
Yeah, I guess. He's pretty good. He's, though I feel like he can only play one type of character, Neo. Even John Wick is basically Neo with the beard. It's like very silent.
That's not true. He also plays Ted in Bill and Ted.
I didn't watch that.
You should.
Is it there?
You should watch. You should watch the first two. I haven't watched the newest one that came out in 2020, but the first two I love.
Really? Okay. We give it a chance. I only know Keanu Reeves for these roles, so that's my problem. Very similar roles. Very similar. Celebrity cash grab, yeah. Celebrity cash grab.
That actually does remind me of a Simpsons joke where they have like Tom Hanks come on. It's like, here's Tom Hanks to tell you why you should trust the government. And then they did that in real life.
Well, I mean, the Simpsons predicted COVID, so. Except cats, it was not cats spreading it. Well, it was very close.
Mads probably looks good in game because he barely moves his mouth in real life, where the other actors have more animated mouths. It's also, Mads is like the most interesting looking. I don't want to call him ugly.
He's iconic. He's iconic. He's very iconic.
It's like, if you're gonna make him worse, how would you do that?
He's got he's very, very recognizable. He doesn't have generic features, that's for sure.
Unless they turn him into like Quasimodo or something. Mads Mikkelsen, the Hunchback.
No. Bad thing about celebrities is that you never know if the one you like is a nice person. Assume it's not. It's a
You should
celebrity.
never assume that the people that you idolize are good people.
Even if they play a good character, probably not a good idea to assume they're good.
Nima, are you sick of drawing plants yet?
No. Do you have another plant for me to draw?
No, I just ask you because you've done 2 for me and now Venusaur in like a short span of time.
Nah, it's fine. It's all training for foliage, I guess. It's foliage training.
I actually really like the little plant you made for me. I think it's cool.
It's cute. Oh yeah, I have to send over the source file.
I think I like the eye on it more than the big one, to be honest.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The big one is too slit.
Huh?
It's too just a slit. Too narrow.
Oh, I think it's just because like the little one, the body is more round, so it kind of has like the eyeball quality. It's almost like a plant beholder kind of thing. I don't know. It's kind of neat.
I like it. I like
them both. But I'm really surprised that the baby versions of things are just as good as, if not better than the originals.
Oh yeah, like the baby dragon. You said someone wants a t-shirt of that.
Yeah, you should put it on your Etsy shop. I sent it to somebody. I think they want your Ifrit shirt.
It's yours.
Yeah.
It's yours.
I'll give you permission to do that.
Really, it's your property though. I can do that, but it's your property. As per contract. So,
yeah, but if we make a verbal agreement, it'll be fine.
Alright.
You should take the baby dragon and then take the name Vyconauts and put it in Final Fantasy font and have it like as part of it.
I can do that. Do you want it? No, but that has to stay like it is, right? Not like I did it for it. So it's gonna be like full color, not just a simplified gradient.
I think it just depends on what you want to do with the design.
I don't know.
Like, are you talking about?
Does your friend want?
Are you talking like do something like you did with Ifrit and sort of make it a little more graphic looking?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Like, does your friend want the actual design, or does it want more graphic?
Well, I don't think she wants. I don't think it matters as long as the design is on there.
See, I don't know. Think about it. How would you think about it?
That would be kind of cool, actually, if you took the Vyconauts logo and then put the baby dragon and had it like the way they draw it in the Amano style for their logos for the games.
You should have a logo.
Do you want to do the logo?
I can try, but I'm not a graphic designer.
I was thinking about hiring something on Fiverr to like do a logo for it.
Yeah, it's probably better. I'm not very good with logos, to be perfectly honest. It can look like one of the classic RPG Maker game that's not very, high budget. So like it's got potential, but there's something off about it. You know what I mean?
A lot of them just use like GIMP or Photoshop and use like a typesetting to make it. I mean, I get it. If you're working on a budget, that's what you do. It'd be nice to have something a little more stylish, though.
Yeah. I think it deserves it.
Because I wanted something that resembles kind of like the Star Ocean font. I feel like that would be appropriate.
Oh, you could use something similar. I'm currently using the Final Fantasy 13 font for everything. Like from now on, probably, because it's honestly pretty good looking. I like it. So I use it for the... It's a free font, so it's not really owned by Square Enix or something. I use it for the latest images I made versus the agency FB that I used so far. Then I never quite liked. This one is better.
Actually, a lot of games use package font, I find, because I actually own some like the what is it? I forget who does it. I bought like a big font package a couple months ago because I wanted to use some custom fonts that you don't normally have. And there was one I bought from, it might have been from Microsoft. I don't know. But a lot of the games like or like Octopath Traveler, they use fonts that are very easy to identify from packages.
Mm-hmm. Yes, make your game nicer with fonts. Jokes apart.
That's a big thing. You need a good font.
It is actually a big thing. It's underestimated, but a font, especially if it is for a logo, makes a lot of difference in the perception of your brand. So a logo type is a thing you might want to consider. You're gonna have something really good looking in terms of font.
Yeah. You go into the Switch eShop and look through some of the upcoming titles and look at some of the thumbnails that they use for them.
Very good.
Difference between amateur and professional, oftentimes. Which, even if you're an amateur, you don't want to give that vibe to people.
Oh yeah, totally.
Because they'll just write off whatever you made right away.
Yeah. Yep.
I thought all the fonts Square Enix used were free. No, a lot of them come in packages.
The one for 13 was free though. Why do you think you can't make a logo? It's not like I can't make. I can make it technically, I guess. It's just that I'm not very good at it. Why? Because I did for a job. Not for a job. As a job, I was doing web design as well, not just web development. Until I got extremely tired because I just don't like it. I find it boring to make websites graphics. I find it boring to use CSS. I find it boring to just design websites. I like to code and not to debug. So I'm very specific. So that's why I was like, okay, well.
Unless it's like one of those late 90s blocky websites. Those are fun to make.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, just to make the site as an idea.
Is it okay if I could like put a GIF of a banana dancing on the side here? Is that all right?
Yes, of course. Of course. Of course. Man, I have to figure out what I want to do with these little bubbles.
One of my local pizza shops has like you go on their website and you can see their menu and it looks like it's straight out of the late 90s. I love it so much. It's so archaic.
Well, like you go to Japan, you get the same thing. A Web's Restaurant's website, menu part is so old looking. But everything is pretty much everywhere in Japan. They never learned design principles, I guess. My
I
logo
love it
should
because
be Bidoof. Your logo, your avatar is Bidoof.
Like when you go to the menu section and it says pizzas and subs and it adds the apostrophe. So it's not pizzas as in plural pizzas. It's pizzas like the pizza owns something. Like the pizza's pepperoni.
It's very characteristic.
Very grammatical.
And dramatical. Also dramatical. I can make Bidoof my logo, Daniel, probably. This is
That's
my
the
own
next
creation.
Pokemon.
Yeah, it's
Angry
the best Pokemon
Bidoof.
ever made. Well, I think it's Bidoof in that parody of Pokemon Red. It's Bidoof, right? Like this trainer only has one Pokemon. I think it is Bidoof.
Oh, you're talking about like the web thing, the web comic,
Yeah, on YouTube.
the web series. Yeah,
Might be Bidoof.
the one with the old guy.
Yes. Old Pokemon trainer. PKMN trainer Red.
Hacky Man.
Packy Man. It's Packy Man, so whoever says Pokemon.
Pokemon.
It's
I remember that was a big thing here with weebs, was Pocky.
Pocky. I heard that.
You could still go. You could go to the store where I'm at and buy lots of Pocky.
Nice.
I've never had it.
That's actually how they pronounce. They pronounce it in Pawn Stars.
Yeah.
So there was an episode where someone brought in a original Charizard trading card. It was actually original, and
yeah.
they didn't buy it. At least in the episode, I don't know. It's probably made up. I don't think they actually buy those things. But the guy there, the blonde idiot, what's his name? Ori. He said he kept calling it Pokemon.
Old people have a hard time saying it. My dad says Pokemon, something like that.
But it's fine, like if you don't know the brand, I guess. To a degree, it's you go with the pronunciation.
Is that one of them Pokemans over there?
It's been a while since I watched Pawn Stars. But I heard the old man is dead. Is it true?
Yeah. Dad died.
He was old and angry all the time. Or pissed, not angry, pissed. Always pissed. Pokemon Rusty, that's right.
Yeah. Old people are always mad. Can you blame them?
No, not really. They have that right. They owned it. They earned it. They earned it. Pizzas like that, someone? Pizzas? Pizzas?
Petzas.
Pizzas. Paki man, like a man from Pakistan. Or a Pachycephalosaurus man.
That would suck. A game where you capture monsters but they're all packies. It's just like, here's the fire packy, here's the leaf packy, here's the water packy.
Be a troll game. I was thinking about game ideas a few mornings ago, and I thought, hey, you know what would be cool? A game where you, like a platformer maybe, or any other type of game, but maybe a platformer, where instead of avoiding, obstacles, you have to get hurt, make points. You get a lot of fun interactions with objects, like get electrocuted and whatnot. But I guess someone already thought about it.
Probably.
Doesn't sound so new as an idea. That's unfortunate.
I want to make an RPG where you start off with a limited amount of MP and you can only use that much throughout the game.
Or you start out very strong.
Well, your main character starts out with 999 MP, and then if you use
weaker.
MP...
No, you become weaker. You become weaker as you play the game.
Right.
Or you have to lose. Maybe you play as the villain and you have to try to lose, because obviously, the heroes must win. Something weird like that.
I got that idea because I read Larry Niven's stories, The Magic Goes Away. And like in that story, there's only a limited amount of magic in the world. And as people are using magic, it's draining more and more of it. And so the environments become more normal over time. So like there's unicorns, but the unicorns are turning into horses because the magic is dying in the world. And so they're trying to come up with ways to increase the magic because there's only a finite amount. I think it's supposed to be like fossil fuels, right? Like there's only so much.
Yeah.
So once you run out, it's all gone. And then they're treating magic the same way. I'm like, that would be an interesting premise for a video game. Like there's only so much magic you can use before it's gone.
I heard that kind of, I don't know if it was the same author, maybe someone else also had the same premise, but I heard it before.
Probably from me.
Interesting. It could be, yeah. It could be, I guess. Easily.
Now on Twitch.
Okay.
Who are you?
It's Samu.
Oh, is that who he is? Okay.
Yeah, Samu. Like Ramu. Samu. 1905, you read 99. Because you were born in 99? In 1999. When the world was still good, no crappy social media. 1999.
I don't know. That sucks to be born then. I was happy to be born in at least the early 90s.
Oh yeah. I'm happy. I was born in 1989, so yeah, I'm still an 80s kid technically. That's nice. Call me Sam. Samu sounds stupid. I don't know. You use it as a nickname, sir.
We have to call you Samu because there's so many Samuels.
Yeah, there's Saman. There is Samuel. Cement.
He's semantic.
Cement or cemented. There is Samuele, who is from Italy. Has not been here for a while. He was here a couple weeks ago. Then we have Samuel, Chase's friend. And then we have you. The Samuel? Shampoo? I had an idea for a side scroller. A robot killing aliens so they can make room for human colonies. But all the humans are clones of billionaires like Zuckerberg and Elon Musk. And Jeff Bezos, okay. Jeff Bezos. Jeff Kisses. I see. I don't know how that would sell. Probably a troll game, as a troll game. Imagine playing this game where the first time you play you lose your magic away, and only on the second go you learn to save magic the next day. Can you run the drums?
Which ones?
Not the drums, the plate, yeah. Because of the rhyme. He made the rhyme. Probably unintentionally. But...
I know you're not the Samuel that I know because he doesn't talk like that.
Yes. He's an extremely... He's an extremely professorial person. As far as
yes, he is a professor.
So, he sounds like a professor.
And he has no time for streams because he has work and a wife and children.
Kids. So, yeah, understandable. I like these new sounds. They
I do
add
too.
A new level. They take the streams to a new level. It's nice. They are nice. Do I have to?
That would be a good one, like the FF7 victory music.
I would get confused with the new sub though.
Oh, that's right. You do have like one that is like when someone subscribes or something.
Yeah, follows. Yeah, so I would get confused. That's why I didn't. I was thinking about it today. Like I could add that, but probably not the sounds that I need on stream, like to signal some event that happened. Something that happened. Mishuna.
That should, yeah. We should
that.
Stay away from the summoner as one of them.
Oh yeah, I could. Could probably find it on YouTube and just get that. I don't think anyone owns the rights to it. If not, I mean, in terms of cutting the video, the audio. Yes, you pilot a big robot. When I read the chat, for some reason, I feel like yawning. It's gonna be the position
You guys are really boring.
Leaning forward. No, it's gonna be because I lean forward to a specific position. I squeeze my tight.
Nemo's reaction to the chat.
You pilot. Where's Cheese? Damn it! He doesn't want us to do that. Yes, you pilot a big robot that it destroys the defensiveness of the aliens and makes it into the city to kill all the aliens, including civilians and young ones. Okay.
So that's the opposite of Destroy All Humans, where you play the alien destroying all humans.
Oh yeah, that's such a cool game. It's limited, but it was fun. Huh. Yeah, there's no Titus laugh. And Mishuna, I cannot get it. I cannot isolate the audio, unfortunately. It's so nice to have a GBA again, I guess. How much you pay for them? Both? Meta Galaxy Amazon X. Oh, by the way, do you know that you can go to Twitter by typing x.com now?
Yeah.
I tried that. I was curious. It was pretty obvious. It's not
If
a bad
you're,
move, though. It's pretty logical because X is very short.
If you're interested in watching videos on Twitter, do not type in xvideos.com. Just letting you know.
Yeah, that's a different type of website. I wonder if that was a joke he was going for. Like, right, because if you're like, how to upload videos to X or X videos, like if you write, you just search it on Google. What do you get? Jeez. You deleted your Twitter account? Why? I don't know why people are getting
Nemo.
Huh? Oh yeah, you cannot follow me. I have like 50 followers on Twitter. I don't know why people are getting so mad, saying, "Oh, Twitter's dead." It's exactly the same as nothing changed. I'm getting ignored exactly the same way as I was before. So what changed? Like nothing changed. If anything, there are less spam bot accounts, probably.
I got a new high-paying job, and women still won't talk to me.
Yep. Wonder why.
I love it. If you had to become a freaking epic dragon, what would you become? If I had to become a dragon, I don't know if I would enjoy that. The kind that hoards gold and gets all the virgins, I guess.
I wonder how that works. No, maybe I shouldn't wonder. I guess the dragon eats the virgins, though.
I guess.
Yep. I don't think he can do anything else. That would be strange. Although I'm pretty sure that because of the rule 3044, there is something about that as well.
Yeah, I mean, dragons in lore and mythology, they can become humans. Like, they take human forms, so maybe that's what they do.
Possibly. Yes. Yes. Come to me, virgins of the village. For I am the chosen one. What do you mean, Samu? You are following me, otherwise you wouldn't be notified about the streams.
Have you ever seen Kung Pao Enter the Fist, Nemo?
The what? Wait, say it again.
The movie Kung Pao Enter the Fist. It's like that movie where they took the old Japanese movie.
Actually, I think I did, partially. They made
new footage out of it, except they made it like into a joke.
I think I did. I've seen at least pieces of it, bits and pieces.
What you said reminds me of that scene in the movie where the woman keeps running to the hero and she keeps saying, "Chosen one, I'm coming! Chosen one, I'm coming! Chosen one, I'm coming!" And it goes on for like 3 minutes. They just keep running to each other.
Classic. X videos for me just get the adult side, I guess. With that name,
that was the point.
There isn't much else it can get. Unless you want to try Triple X, which is probably very similar. I have more followers than Nemo. I've been only on it for a year, really. I'll become the third bird, the bird dragon with colorful feathers.
Hey, here's another one. Don't look up hamsters on X.com.
What?
Definitely don't look up hamsters. Like X hamster, don't look that up.
Oh, God. Seriously? Jesus. People are sick, bro. People are sick, and not in a positive way. Not like, oh, that's lit or sick. No. People are sick in their head. People are sick in their mind. Oh,
if I were to become a dragon, I would become a small one that could get inside people's houses to convince some random kid that they are the chosen one and have to go get in some danger. Oh, okay. You like putting kids in dangerous situations then?
Yes. Falcor. Is it Falcor?
The luck dragon?
The dog.
Yeah, the luck dragon.
The dog, yeah.
Oh, look who it is!
Oh, it's the Emperor of Cheese.
The Emperor of Cheese!
On the blue corner. Okay, we got new sounds in Emperor of Cheese, so Chase is very happy of that.
Every time you enter the chat, that's what's gonna happen.
He's got he's got a soundboard now. So
yeah, Discord had an awesome update yesterday where they added a soundboard feature.
You got like 150 plus. A lot of people on Twitter love me. I'm wholesome. Yes. We know you are. That's why we like you.
Except when you're being a contrarian dick.
Yes.
I'm kidding. I like it that you take the devil's advocate position sometimes.
Shit, my back. My back hurts every now and then, but not always, so that's good. I don't know. Should I go? Okay, Paul. Should I go to the gym tomorrow, risking a herniated disc or not? I don't know if I have a squished disc that's causing me pain, or if it's muscular. I don't know if I should go. I should probably not do deadlifts tomorrow. Probably not
a squished disc.
That's
so bad.
Disc.
I'm assuming you didn't sit on a frisbee.
Well, basically, yeah, the intervertebral disc might have become. I don't know if I have a principle of a hernia or something, because I don't know how it happens exactly. On average, so I don't know if you can get hernias by doing deadlifts the wrong way. I didn't really snatch the barbell, so it seemed strange. It just started hurting after a while. Oh no. I don't know. I don't like to put children in danger. But if I were a dragon, I would be a mildly evil one. Okay. Why? Also, there would be a chance that the kid succeeds and I get credited as its mentor. His mentor, okay. Stretch the core and work on arms and legs. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow. No, not legs. I don't think legs, because I still like, unless I do curls, like leg curls, which I did last time, so probably not. Like if you do the inverted press, it still pushes down on the back, so on the spine. So I don't know if I want to risk that. Oh, see, I
don't know, man.
Morning.
Be careful with anything having to do with the back. Why do you say that? Because you're used to having your back blown out?
Come on. Your message got blocked? What did you post? Or what did you write? Or what did
I don't think YouTube. Yeah, I don't know if we have the capabilities like on Twitch to authorize comments.
No, I think they get moderated. Like if you post links, especially.
Like on Twitch, whenever Cheese is saying something offensive, I get the opportunity to
every
let him
single
say
time,
it,
basically, he says something.
Yeah, on YouTube, I don't think they give you that option.
No. No. I almost died because I breathed toxic fumes and found $1. Why do you call him Chatsu? I still don't understand. I keep asking you because it don't give me a definite answer. It's Cheisu-san, if anything.
Cheisu. Yeah.
Cheisu-san. Venusaur.
Jesus-san.
Shizusa.
Thank you, sake.
Alright, see ya, 19 Fiery Red 99. Can I click like that? Man, my nose today.
By the way, that's a Samu that you're calling fiery.
It's a Fiery Red. Yes, you can moderate, but you cannot. I don't know where to see.
I don't think you can.
I
I don't think you can approve messages, though.
You can ban some of them, but I don't know about messages that already got auto-modded. I had to use auto-mod because of the XX websites and not Twitter, the other type we were getting is spammers. So
It's like, why do you call me Emperor of Sneeze? Sneeze rhymes with cheese.
Because I'm always thinking about sneezing.
And Nemo sneezes a lot.
I sniffle more than sneezing. But, well, okay, to be fair, last year in Sicily was much less. Here it's a little more, honestly, because I do have an allergy here. I forgot what it is. I should check again. But when I was 17, I went checking for allergies because I was always like this, like sniffling. I'm like, this is not normal. Indeed, I have an allergy to a local, like musk. It's basically a type of weed that grows here. Not because I smoke the weed, but because it grows here. And so when it's windy enough, and today was windy, or it is humid, or it rains, I get sniffles here. In Sicily, not so much.
Daniel, I don't think YouTube will let you say midget goat porn, so that's probably why you got modded.
Where do you see? Oh, okay. In Discord general. You have sinus congestion at night every day, like chronic sinus congestion? That sucks. This was not a thing for me until I... even with the allergy I had here, it was not this bad. It became much worse after I went to Japan. Or that it was not really this bad. Like, not even close. I was sniffling every now and then, but not like this. Like, it never got...
You have to go to the doctor and have them put those big, like, napkins that you keep inside, and then they pull out?
No. No. I don't think I would be able to live with that. No. No. Oh man, I've seen things. Look, like the long sticks they put in your nose when they test for flu in Japan, and the same sticks they use for COVID tests. Oh god, they make me gag. So I have an aversion to anything long that's put into the nose. Do it. Can you do the plates? Ah. Yeah, even with the trumpet it works. No, but like the horrible stick. I know it's necessary sometimes to stop bleeding, if it's very deep bleeding. But that horrifies me and makes me gag. I have a very easy gag reflex. So if they stick a camera up my nose and down my throat, I gag very badly. And if they do the COVID test, if they do the COVID test or any influenza test on me, I gag. So that's how it works for me. It's not pretty, but it's how it is. Do you like probes up your nose, Chase?
You
gotta think about it.
Can't say I've been probed too often, but probably not.
So you've not been tested for COVID?
I'm pretty sure I had it, but I never tested for it. I just had all the symptoms.
Okay. I had both because I had to go to Japan, and to go to Japan you had to have a COVID test.
I don't know, like last year I was sick for like a week, and I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Yeah, no, my question was just because the test was like a stick in a long stick up your nose. And it's extremely
I never did that.
Lucky. I had to also go. I went seeing several ENTs because of the strange disease I got in Japan that I still have sometimes. That affected me even like because of these sniffles, and all of them stuck a camera up my nose and down my throat. That was extremely uncomfortable.
Not the worst place to stick a camera.
I guess not. I guess not. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna keep that as a last resort if I get a very bad stomachache and I don't know what it is. I'm probably gonna go through X-rays and whatever else before that. That I heard is really painful.
I mean, you're getting older. You're gonna have to go in for prostate exams eventually.
Oh God, no. No.
I'm not saying that as a joke. I mean, you do have to get that tested.
No.
You have to.
No.
You don't want to get prostate cancer.
Maybe I do. I don't. My uncle did. My uncle did get it. No, not a cancer, though, like a benign tumor. He died for other causes. But man, I'm gonna do it maybe after 40, 50. I don't know.
That's generally 40, 45 is when most men get it.
Yeah, still have time. Oh, God, don't make me think about that. It's horrible. Jesus, I know what they do when they test that, and I don't want to go through that. I'm sure there are some people who like that. I know.
Ask for a female doctor. Yeah.
Either way, I don't think I would enjoy that. Yes, not really not my thing.
You walk in, the doctor. My name is Dr. Big Hands.
Oh, Jesus. He's a health thing, Nemo. We all have to do it at one point.
I hope you don't mind. I didn't cut my fingernails before we did this.
No, I can't say this. It's too much. No, I was about to say something. I can't. It's gonna become extremely mature if I say it. Try to interpret what I'm nodding. So yes.
Hi, Angus. You have anything to say about this topic?
Woof.
Woof.
Woof, woof, woof.
He has nothing to say.
No, that's unfortunate.
Unless I bring up a bath.
He doesn't like baths.
He does not like baths. He does not want to take a bath.
Are
you sure you don't want to take a bath?
Dirty
Come on,
dog.
let's get a bath. Let's get a bath. Come on, let's get bath. No, let's get bath. Come on, let's get bath.
Dr. Bumpist. No, cheese. That was very vulgar. Like if there is any woman listening to.
Yeah, this is a family-friendly stream.
Like on Chase's stream, I would have probably said it. I'm pretty sure everyone realized what I was about to say anyway. So it's not that difficult to understand. Why are you also growling, Imperv Cheese?
Because he's a
Growlith.
darn dirty dog.
What?
So all his girlfriends, his exes, will say he's such a dirty dog. He's doing me dirty. Not in the good way. Because I heard Chase's puppy. So what, if my dog told you to jump off a bridge, you'd do it too?
Can he talk?
He can say no.
You can say no, like,
Yeah.
I watched some videos a long time ago where I saw some dogs that really kind of sounded like they were talking. Obviously they were not, but it was pretty funny. Pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Also reminding everybody, on Monday we're gonna have the Ethermon stream. Probably gonna do a land snail monster. A giant.
You're gonna do that on stream?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
It's sponsored by them, so quite literally. So because they're launching the, it's gonna be the same time though. They agreed on just. Even if it's the bedtime for them, they agreed on me doing it at this time, so I'm gonna do it.
I'm a bit confused. Does Ethermon collect like a minimalist version of the full game?
It's okay. Like so they had some COVID obviously. Not they had COVID, like there was COVID, right? Ethermon was not supposed to be a small game. It was supposed to be a pretty big game. That's why there are way more creatures than the ones in Collect. It was supposed to be a roguelike RPG tabletop, a mix between things. Obviously, COVID happened, and obviously COVID lasted a very long time. So they had production and distribution, issues with the various contracts they were making. They basically bailed on them, and so they're like, okay, well maybe we should launch a smaller version before and see how it goes. It's going pretty well. I think they raised $15,000 or so far, which is not bad. Even if they had issues, they actually got a fake backer on the campaign, so that pushed a lot of honest people away, because there were like 60 backers and one of them offered like several $1,000s for fake, obviously. And so some people started writing, this has got to be a scam, because there's no way this thing is gonna raise $80,000 in a couple hours, right? So fortunately now it's going pretty well, but it could have been much more than that. I think they could have been at 20 or 30,000 now if it wasn't for that. It sucks, but hey, people suck in general, so I don't see why someone would do something like that just because they're ill-minded and stupid. Why would you sabotage someone else's product? Like, from an indie company also. It's just mean. I just remembered a scene, you mean SC scene, from Rush Hour in France, when they cavity search Lee and Carter. I remember that movie. We've been defiled by a tiny French man with a huge. I don't remember that.
I've never had that. I've never had that happen, but when I was traveling to Ireland, I did get pat down. Like they grabbed my crotch when I was going through TSA. Yeah, they're pretty frisky. Because unfortunately, my pants, I had a metal zipper on it, and that flagged the system, the metal detector. So we're gonna make sure to give you the full body search for my metal zipper on my pants. No.
Nice. Yeah, I don't like to get frisked, honestly. It's not comfortable at all. Also, because like I'm not a criminal, so I generally do not take prohibited items. As far as I know, though, you can refuse to be frisked in public, right? You can request to be taken to another room, private, and to also, like, if you're a woman, you can have a woman. Vice versa, like if you do not want a man to frisk you. At least in some places.
I don't know if you can do that if you're a man. Like, I want to have the woman touch me, please.
But that's not fair, though. Why? That's not fair. Why? I don't want to be touched by a man. Why should I not have that right? See, this is unfair. This is unfair, see? Unbalanced law. The guy just liked you. Maybe so. Emperor of Cheese, maybe so.
Yeah, maybe the TSA just likes to hire perverts. Who knows?
You should have told him you were Irish too.
Oh. I can't call myself Italian, otherwise he would have a reason to suspect me.
Why?
You are all mafia and criminals.
No, I'm not.
It's like you and Australians. You're all just a bunch of criminals.
I do business with them, eh? Because we are criminals. No. Oh man.
Yeah, Daniel, same for me. It's like it always catches something, and that time it was just the zipper on the shorts I was wearing. Just I got rid of everything. I put my phone, my laptop, all that stuff through the scanner, and still it set it off.
It shocks. That scene that happened, Nemo, it was one of the funny jokes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did. I just don't remember much about the movie, but I did watch it a long time ago. When the woman took off her wig and Carter thought she was a man, he's that no, I did not remember much. Evidently, it's the movie with Jackie Chan and the black guy. I forgot his name. It was pretty funny. I think it was that one, right? Rush Hour.
What? Rush Hour?
Yeah, with Jackie Chan.
That was Jackie Chan and Chris Rock.
Right. Chris Rock, I never remember his name.
Or was it Chris Tucker? I can't remember.
No, I think it was Chris Rock. Tucker. Probably have a metal plate in my head I'm aware of. Maybe. Or maybe it's all the COVID nanobots in my blood waiting for Bill Gates to take control. That could as well be. You never know when they're going to take control. Also, Daniel, are you...
son?
Right. Nanomachines. Major. Daniel, are you getting the newsletter? Is it sending, or are you actually getting it in your email? In your inbox? I'm trying to figure out if it works or not. I do get it, but I don't know if it's getting blocked by someone, because obviously I whitelisted my address.
I was just typing that, darn it, Chase. Too bad you're not in the chat. You're not in the voice call.
I'm pretty sure if we had Cheese, the voice call, we would always be fighting. Or you would always be fighting. Or not fighting, but arguing. Arguing all the time.
Cheese is wrong about many things.
You can make a song. It sounds like a good refrain for a song. Maybe a rap song.
Cheese is wrong.
Cheese is wrong is a song.
Cheese is wrong. I want to hit his head like a gun.
Mr. Sir. It's not Mr. Man. It's Mr. Sir. Or Mr. J.
Sir.
Or Mr. J. You want? Also Mr. J.
Or Miss Yuna.
Miss Yuna. I got mouse to feed. Miss Yuna. I love hyperloops.
Miss Yuna. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to emulate that game. Because I have the original. Let me specify.
Now threats of violence against me. Horrible. Well, you threatened to shoot someone the other day, so I'm not sure you can complain.
That is true. That is very true. Let's go, Emperor Cheese. I know Cheese is a normal voice, but in my head sounds like a Chopper. Chopper from One Piece. It's gotta be how he writes. See, Cheese, you gotta change the way you write. You sound like a cartoon reindeer. He's a reindeer, right? Some sort of.
Chopper?
Yeah, it's some sort of
I
reindeer.
guess, yeah. Like a mini reindeer.
Yeah. Well, mini sometimes. Sometimes he's bigger. I never liked that aspect that he becomes like huge. It's so weird. But I'm not a fan of One Piece. I did prefer the much older seasons with good drawings versus the new ones that became a little crazy. Honestly. Honestly. Well. This probably needs a little more. Want you read?
I don't think Nemo's newsletter is something you subscribe. He posted on his website.
Both.
You can subscribe to it?
Yes, you can subscribe, yes. Yes. Okay, you got them all. I think the last one was the probably.
There you go. There's the artofnemo.com/newsletter.
Thank you, Chase. It's already been 4 weeks. Damn. Oh, the next one is gonna be great. The next one is gonna be even better. Like really good. I'm actually gonna detail what I like. You know, I always say. I mentioned on stream several times how I would go about improving, or how I go about improving. Not how I actually go about improving. All right. I'm gonna write it down in detail so that it's it's written and anyone can access it if you have doubts. I think that's the best, like literally the fastest way to get better. If you have enough time, obviously. If you don't have time, like you can't really do much for that. It just depends on how many times you can do the same thing.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to go to the grocery store later.
No food?
I gotta pick some stuff up. And watch my money slowly die and burn in the middle of a store.
Yeah, there's gonna be clerks taking your. Oh, that's so sad. Oh man, it's past 11. Jesus. I didn't notice.
I was gonna ask if you're gonna leave soon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now, actually, sorry about that. I didn't notice. So this is Venusaur with the cut. The bowl cut.
No, not Hot Pockets and pretzels. I don't eat the trash you eat.
Ugh. Everybody, sorry I kept you for so long. I got lost, and I didn't notice it was so late. We're gonna close it here today. I'm not gonna raid. Thank you, Chase, for the awesome job as a disc jockey. Yes, and
disc jockey.
Jokey, yes, because you joke.
Great, I'm the disc jockey.
That's a good neologism. Logosm.
Nemologism.
Nemologism. So, newsletters in promotions category. Okay. So yeah, thanks everybody. I hope to see you tomorrow for probably a dragon from the Dismogus challenge. And yeah. I hope you guys have a good day, morning, night, whatever it is at your place, and I will see you tomorrow.